What's going on, my trainer club? Today we are going to look at the top Raikou counters to help you max out on raid day and if he ever comes back to raid. So let's do this. Welcome to the trainer club. Here we go. All right, everyone, today we are going to start looking at the Raikou raid counter guide and his 100% IVs and everything you need to know to help you beat Raikou fast on his raid day coming to Pokemon Go. So drop in the comments and let me know, are you excited about Raikou? Because you better be, because he is going to be the best electric attacker in the game. So you absolutely must have this dude. You must have a good one. You must power it up. And of course, you got to get that shiny. So let's get into the details right now. Starting off, we have the 100% IVs. As always, we always want to try to get at least or as close to 100% IV as possible. So for level 20, non-weather boosted, we are looking at 1972 at level 20, and then boosted in the rainy weather, we are looking at 2466. That is level 25. So for both of those guys, that is where you want to be. If you get something close to that, you want to take your time, you want to step away from the raid day or whatever you're doing and make sure to catch that, because Raikou is the best electric attacker in the game. So it is very important that you catch good ones, that you can power them up so that you can utilize them, because Zapdos is also a very good counter. However, he is electric and flying, so he has more weaknesses than the Raikou does. So Raikou is going to be super awesome. Need to get him. He is primarily going to only utilize the electric attacks. His moveset does not really matter, although he does get one surprise move that is not going to be an electric attack, and that's going to be Shadow Ball, which is a pretty powerful special. So be on the lookout for that Shadow Ball. Besides that, his best moveset is going to be Thunder, Shock, and Wild Charge. These are going to be quick attack moves, and then it is going to be a 2-bar special, which is going to do the most amount of damage. So I just wanted to point out that he is probably going to be a tier 4 attacker, as we have seen in the past for these 3-hour raid days. So his health is going to be a little bit lower, but I would say on average you would want 4 to 5 players to take this dude down. He's pretty strong, he's pretty tanky, he's kind of a beast, so make sure to have everything that you need set up in this raid guide to help you max out, know those 100% IVs so that you can be as efficient as possible. Let's do it. And then of course, if anything changes, anything comes up, check those pinned comments below, because that is where I'm going to update all of you guys on the most up-to-date information that I have. So since Raikou is going to be an electric attacker, his weakness is going to be ground. So ground is going to be the Pokemon that are going to dominate in the field of his counters. So if you know anything about ground Pokemon, I think you can guess what the top counter is going to be, but a lot of you guys may not have a ton of them powered up. So we're going to look at a bunch of different counters to make sure that you have this down. So starting off with the counters, and then we will get into the weather boost and we will check out the time to win chart to make sure that you know what is best. So for the top spot, I've seen 2 conflicting articles that have a different top spot, but I'm going to go with the Pokemon Go Hub as always, because Pokemon Go Hub puts a more readily available Pokemon, which is going to be Groudon. So Groudon is sitting at the #1 spot with the Mudshot Earthquake. Coming in as second, the reason why I didn't put this guy is because he's not readily available. A lot of us don't have it. He's brand new, but when we do, he is going to be Garchomp. Garchomp is the Dragon Ground combination, and the ground combination that's going to do great for this purpose is going to be also the Mudshot Earthquake. And then coming into number 3, I love this guy. He's super amazing. We have the Rhyperior. Rhyperior is super awesome with that Mud Slap Earthquake combination. So these top 3 guys should dominate your parties. In specific, Groudon and the Rhyperior, because the Garchomp is not super prevalent. If you do have one, you can use him, but I would primarily stay in these other 2 guys rather than trying to power up a Garchomp for this purpose. If you don't have one, or if you don't have a good one, to just waste candies to get him up there, it's not worth it. It's better to stay with these other 2 guys that we've had for a while, that I'm sure that you have at least one of each powered up. If you don't, and you've been thinking about it, and you have a good one, now would be the time to do so. And so coming up next, we have the number 4 spot. We have the Mamoswine with the Mud Slap Bulldoze combination, which is super awesome. So if you guys have this guy, I know he's primarily the best ice attacker, but you can also use him as a pretty good ground attacker, and he's readily available. We should have a lot of good ones and a lot of candies by now, probably some powered up. So if you feel like it, you could always unlock a special move, but if you don't want to waste the Stardust, just use a TM, as the TMs are a little bit easily come by instead of the Stardust. And going into the number 5 spot, we have the Donphan with the Mud Slap Earthquake as well. So this is going to be your top 5. focus primarily on here. We are going to cover some more options just to give you guys those options, but like I say always, stay with the supreme attackers. You want to be up in those top 5 spots. They're going to do the most damage and help you out the most. And in the number 6 spot, we have a new move coming in. We have the Nidoking with the Fury Cutter and the Earth Power combination. I haven't got a chance to use the Earth Power yet, but this would be a good time for you to use it. And then coming into the number 7, we have the Golem. Golem has kind of been knocked down, especially for the ground attackers. But if you're going to choose to use them and you have some powered up, it is going to be the Mud Slap Earthquake combination. And then we have another new Pokemon, all those Go Festers and everybody else that has been able to stack up on some candy. We have the Hippowdon. Hippowdon is going to use the moveset of Fire Fang, which is not a stab move, so it's not the most effective. It also has the ability to get the Earth Power, so that's super effective. And then going on to number 9, we have the Flygon. Flygon is going to be pretty effective, a little bit glassy, but he is going to have the Mudshot Earthquake combination, so you can utilize him as that ground. And then going on to my number 10, it is going to be the Swampert with that ground water combination. We have going to be Swampert being a beast. It is going to be the Mudshot Earthquake combination. So beyond this, it's going to get a little bit more downside on this. So let's go ahead and check out the times to win, and then I will make quick references to these other Pokemon on that time to win chart. So let's check it out right now.
All right, guys, so starting out, these first 10, we have already gone over their movesets, so I am not going to mention it. I am just going to give you everything that you need to know. So for the Groudon, the time to win is going to be 773 seconds with 17 deaths. For the Garchomp, we are looking at 827 seconds with 12 deaths. For Rhyperior, we are looking at 868 seconds with 18 deaths. For the Mamoswine, we're looking for 866 seconds with 23 deaths. And the reason why you might see something that is a little bit differential. So take a look at this Rhyperior compared to the Mamoswine. The Mamoswine is going to be beating it technically in 2 seconds less than the Rhyperior, but he has 23 deaths. So you have to take into account the fading out of the Pokemon and then pulling them back in. So that's why we are, although it is a better time to win, we are ranking one above the other. So you may notice that. So the Donphan is then going to be 977. 23 deaths. Here's that same situation with the Nidoking being 948 with 28 deaths. Then we have Golem, 995 seconds. We have Hippowdon at 1029, Flygon with 1042, and then Swampert with 1009 and 32 deaths.
So now we are getting onto the 10 and under category. So I'm going to go through these times to win as well as their movesets to get you guys ready and prepped if you choose to use some of these other guys.
And the number 11 coming in is going to be the first non-ground attacker that we have. It's going to be Dialga with Dragon Breath Draco Meteor with 1025 for its move. And then the 12 is going to be Rayquaza. It is going to be Dragon Tail Outrage at 942. And the differential here is that it dies 43 times. So as you notice, guys, the time's going up and the deaths are going up from here. So stay to the top 5 as always. We're just going to cover this just in case you don't have any of the top 10. So we have the Nidoqueen with Poison Jab Earth Power with 1076. We have Salamence with Dragon Tail Outrage at 965. We have the Dragonite with Dragon Tail Outrage at 1001. We have Palkia at Dragon Tail Draco Meteor at 998. We have Mewtwo with Psycho Cut Shadow Ball at 973. We have Camerupt with Ember and Earth Power at 1051. We have Gastrodon with the Mudslap Earth Power at 1067. We have Arceus with Shadow Claw and Outrage, but Arceus is not out yet, obviously, but he may be at some point in the near future, so I wanted to include this at 1148. And then we had the other form of the Gastrodon with Mudslap Earth Power 1069. We also have Torterra with Razor Leaf Earthquake at 1206, and then the Latios with the Dragon Breath Dragon Claw combination. So if you want to see any of these other ones, make sure to pause the video right here, going down from the Latios, because we have the Giratina, we have the Rampardos, the Sandslash, the Executor, the other Arceus with a different moveset, Tyranitar, and the Shaman, which also is not out yet, but I figured that I would include it. So that is the time to win chart, guys. This is what you need to do if you want to beat him. But like I said, as always, stay in the top 5 if possible, the top 1 and 2 or 3, because that is going to make your party maximal and help you beat it the fastest to help you max out on the limited time window that we have here.
All right, everyone, that is going to do it. Make sure to get those top 5 Pokemon in your party. Make sure to look out for those 100% IVs. The weather is only going to be boosted in rainy weather, which is going to boost your Raikou to level 25 as well as his charge attacks If it is foggy weather, you're going to get a boost in his Ghost Shadow Ball, which is going to be pretty powerful. But then also in the sunny weather, you're going to get boosted ground attacker. So if it's sunny, it is going to be great for your ground. So let's do this. Let's maximize. I appreciate you guys being a part of the Trainer Club. And guess what? I will see you out on that next video. Peace.